Hi team, welcome. Just whilst we wait for a few more people to join, make sure you have a comfortable chair with potentially a cushion to put behind your back, and also a glass of water. And then when you are ready, just give you a second to grab everything that you need. And then come to take a comfortable seat. And so welcome, my friends, to Homes for Lambeth's YouTube channel. My name is Claire Hawkins, if you haven't met me before, and I am your yoga instructor. A couple of things before we get started. Firstly, know Homes for Lambeth are providing you with these sessions as part of the work that they're doing to support mental health and well-being during this time. And if you wish to find out a little bit more about what they're doing, go and check out their website, www.homesforlambeth.co.uk. As always, in terms of a little opening from me, clearly I'm not in the same room as you, so please only do what feels good for your body and what feels safe for your body. I can't see you to help you, to modify you. So if I show you something that doesn't feel nice, please don't do it. And as always in this class, I give a range of modifications, some which will be chair-based, and then a little bit later on into the class, I'll give you the opportunity to come up and do some standing work with me. If that feels too much, stay onto your chair. And so let's officially start. Come get comfy on your chair and lift your spine away from the back of your chair so that you're not hunching forwards. You are lifting through the chest, and often to do that lift, the spine will need to move away from the slouchiness potentially of your chair. Come ground the hands onto the thighs, come and roll the shoulders back, and if it's comfortable for you to do so, close the eyes. Let's together take a deep breath in. And a great big sigh out of the mouth. Let it go. You made it to your mat, to your chair. Again, let's take a deep breath in through the nostrils. And sigh it out. Third and final one, deep breath in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, let that go. And then close the mouth. And come to breathe in and out through your nostrils only. And keep the spine very tall. And keep the shoulders very soft. And start to get a sense now of your breath. Noticing the inhale as it comes in through the nostrils, comes down the back of the throat and into the lungs. And notice your exhale. Yeah, it leaves the lungs, comes back up, and then exhales out of the nose. You can just get a visualization of that pattern of breath moving in and breath moving out. And so if you are new to this class, know that this first portion of our class is what I call the dropping in, the landing. That sense of moving away from whatever you were doing before. To now just sitting with your breath and your body. Noticing the sounds around you in your house, in your garden, wherever you're doing this. And try not to let any sounds in your environment ruffle you. Just let any sounds be. Just welcome them as part of your practice. And just keep your focus on the movement of the breath. So we're trying to encourage this sense of staying very present, yet very present in the moment. Noticing our breath experience, noticing our body experience. And see if you can gently deepen the breath, just a little, nothing too forced. And then let's start to move into this yogic 3-part breath. And you can softly open the eyes just to watch me for a moment. So we're going to try to imagine bringing the breath a little deeper into the body. And so normally when we breathe, we feel it very much in the chest and the shoulders. And you might even be aware yourself of, that kind of movement. And so we want to try and take a bit of a deeper breath. We call it more of a belly breath. And so you're going to bring the right hand to your belly and the left hand to your chest, roughly heart center. And on your inhale, feel your belly hand expand. You're going to feel your belly push into your hand on your inhale. And then allow the breath to ripple up the body. So, and then on your exhale, it goes the other way. So let me just talk you through that. So inhale, belly expands, mid-chest, and then upper chest. Exhale, feel the upper chest deflate, mid, and then belly contracts. So we breathe into the belly first. So again, keep your eyes open if you just need to watch, otherwise close the eyes. Inhale into the belly, the mid-chest, and then the upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, mid-chest, belly deflates. Again, inhale into the belly, mid-chest, upper chest lifts. Exhale, upper chest deflates, mid-chest deflates, belly deflates and pulls in. Inhale, belly into hand. It gets higher, chest into hand. Exhale, upper chest, mid, and belly. Inhale, belly expands, mid-chest, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, mid-chest, belly deflates. Keep going with that, feeling how your body presses and rises into your hands on the inhale. And how everything softens and falls on the exhale. Inhale, belly expands, chest lifts. Exhale, chest drops, belly drops. Inhale, belly rises, chest rises. Exhale, chest deflates, belly deflates. Take 5 more rounds of breath on your own, just observing. Trying to bring the movement of the breath into the belly first. Nice and soft and quiet through the face. Check that you're still lifting through your spine. So you're trying to guide your breath into something a little deeper, a little fuller, So when we imagine moving the belly first on the inhale, we are essentially guiding the body to breathe from a deeper place in the body. Instead of this shallow chest, we're trying to make it pull down to the bottom of our lungs and into the belly more. Yeah. Let's take one more. And then release your hands. Just let them rest onto your lap. And just take a couple of breaths here. Nice and steady and easy. Let everything else melt away. Troubles, concerns, anxiety. See if you can let it melt into the background, even if you pick those emotions up at the end of class, but trying to give yourself a bit of a break from the emotional and mental roller coaster that we tend to go through. That is life. And then let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then if your eyes are closed, softly open the eyes. And so try to keep that calmness and that depth of breath that you've cultivated as we progress through the physical part of your class. So let's start to find some movement into the upper body. Let's start with our right arm and start to bring real big circles. Yeah, so lift up and circle back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. And keep going with that. So circling back. And if you have a little bit more restriction in your shoulder joint, that's okay. Maybe it's a smaller circle for you. Maybe you need to bend the elbow and that's where you need to be. That's okay. No matter what movement feels best, you're still getting into the shoulder joint, and that should still feel good to get a bit of a stretch of the arm up and sweep it back. Let's change direction. So instead of going backwards, sweep forwards now. It's got that feel of a front crawl. Yeah, if you were a swimmer, if you are a swimmer. Great big sweeps of that arm. And so you're getting right into that arm and shoulder joint. Let's take one more. And then let's move back to the second arm. And you might feel a difference in the arms. So going backwards first. So often our bodies aren't symmetrical. We think of them being symmetrical, but you know, we might have one stiffer shoulder than the other. And that can be for a variety of reasons. But you know, it's about noticing and it's about making modifications. If this is your tighter side, then maybe this is the side that you need to be a little more gentle with. So great big sweeps. Try and keep your lower belly pulling in, just so you feel you have a bit of core support work in this. Yeah, we're not swinging the whole body. It's very controlled from your mid body. This is purely about the arm and the shoulder. Come up to center. Let's take the front crawl. Yeah, great big sweep forward. And as always, that reminder that yes, this might actually feel more tiring than you think to get into the shoulder this way, because it's rare in life that we take the shoulder into this big a movement. You know, the shoulder can move in this way, but I mean, how often do we do this? And so it might feel a little bit ouchy, and then release it, let it go. Feel that heat potentially in the shoulders. Let's keep with the shoulders, but a slightly different movement. Bring the hands to the top of your shoulders and start to draw circles with the elbow. So circling back, keep the breath coming nice and full. Keep lifting through your spine, nice and long through your neck, and then take the circle the other way. And you might feel, you know, sometimes you can feel a little bit of that grinding of bone into shoulder. And so that's all okay, as long as nothing gives you pain. Yeah, and that reminder, if it gives you pain, please don't do it. Let's go one more. And then release, shake that out. If you need to, you know, give it a bigger shake, then you can do. That's working to stretching the back of our arms. It's our tricep. So let's take right arm first. So I lift it up. I bend at the elbow. Yeah, so my hand is at the back of my neck and I'm just holding it there. Yeah, with my left hand. And definitely sit nice and tall here. And hopefully you feel a stretch down the back of your arm. And if it's not accessible for you to take the arm up and above the head in this way, if you're more restricted, then take it across the body instead. You're still going to get a really lovely outer arm stretch. So that's your modification if you can't go quite as high up. Let's take 2 more full breaths. Again, trying to feel belly inhale. Yeah, belly inhale this way. And exhale. Yeah, that's what the belly's doing. Inhale, it expands. Exhale, it contracts. And then with the arm above the head, with the right arm above the head, just take a tiny side bend to the left. And oh, nice, lovely. Suddenly you get a bit of a stretch down the right-hand side. And come to center and gently release that arm. Let's work through to the other side. Left arm, up and over. Hold it in place or take your modification. Deep breath in and out. Keep lifting through the chest. Keep expanding through the rib cage. Belly inhale and exhale. Again, maybe noticing a difference in this side. To take that little side bend stretch. So just close your ribs off a little bit. Yeah, almost as if you're knitting your ribs together. Just so that when you come into the side body stretch, it doesn't end up hurting your lower back. Yeah, which it can do if you're really sticking the chest out. So tuck your pubic bone underneath you just a little bit and take that stretch. To release, once again, shake the arms because they've been above the head. So you might have felt kind of the blood draining down. So just get a bit of circulation back into hands and arms. And then let's come to rest the shoulders for a moment and come into the neck. So moving into the lovely half head roll. One side to the other. And you can match this movement with the breath if that feels nice. So for example, we could inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Again, inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Let's go one more. Inhaling and exhaling. If that feels nice and you wish to take this a little further, gently take the head back and take the full circle up the neck. Keep really relaxed into the jaw. And the mouth might even open as you roll back. And let's take 3 the other way. If this doesn't feel nice, stay with just the half head roll. Here's your final one. And release. Well done. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So let's start to move the movements. You've done neck and a bit of shoulder work. Let's start to move through our spine. Yeah. So gently interlace the hands behind your head. And I'm going to demo this from the side for you. From here, I'm going to tuck my chin to my chest. I'm going to round my spine and roll halfway. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, keeping the head as the last thing to come up, I lift up. Yeah, so spine roll. Here we go. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, chin to chest. You can change it to a nice exhale through the mouth if you wish. Inhale, roll up. Again, exhale, tuck chin to chest, roll down. So we're curling into the spine. We're scooping into the belly. And because we've got the hands to the neck, you're getting a little bit of a neck stretch as well. If this feels too much for the neck, instead cross your arms in front of your chest and do this move like so. Yeah, it'll put less pressure onto the neck. But if that felt good to have the hands interlacing behind the head, then go for it. Yeah, a couple more. Of course, this option is also really good if you can't get the arms as high up as this. So let's take 2 more. Roll down. Maybe your elbows touch the thighs for those of you who have a bit more space in the body. Inhale. Exhale. 2, lift up. Keep your hands behind the head and open your elbows. Yeah. Side bends. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to the right. Keep your bottom connected to the chair. You're not leaning up here. Yeah, seat stays connected. Inhale, lift. Exhale, second side. The modification for people who can't take the hands behind the head is arms reach down. Yeah, as if you're grabbing something from the floor. To inhale, rise. To exhale, stretch. Good. So pick what works for you. Keep going. Deep breath in at the top. Deep breath out. Inhale. Good. Exhale through pursed lips. Helps you to connect to the belly a little bit more to keep you stable through this move. Inhaling, exhale. This is called a lateral side bend. You're getting your spine and you're reminding it that it can actually bend to the side. It's a movement that we often forget that the spine can do. You think of the spine as going forwards and backwards, but you know, it can drop to the side as well as, of course, rotating. Let's take 1 more to each side. Well done. And release. 2, come up, bring interlaced hands forwards. Similar move to the roll down. Tuck your chin to your chest, round into your spine and stay here and reach those hands forward. And so you're getting right into the spot, into your mid-back, right in between the shoulders. If it feels nice to take a wiggle left and right, if that gives you a bit more of a stretch into the mid-spine, then do. Otherwise, just stay with the chin tucked to the chest. Your belly is hollowed out. Yeah, we're pulling that belly button back towards the spine. And then lift up and take the opposite movement. For this, I just need to wiggle forwards a little bit. Hands behind me. Yeah, fingertips point to the chair and the fingertips point to my bottom rather than away. Yeah, they point in. From here, big lift up through the chest. So you've tucked the chin to the chest and you've curled the spine. Now you're lifting the chest and lifting the chin. And so this extension of the spine is also going to get you a nice stretch through the front of the shoulders as well. So keep the feet, connected firmly to the floor so you feel you have stability. And then let's take that sequence a couple of times. Yeah, moving the spine into flexion and extension. So come back, neutral spine. Interlace the hands, tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine. Lift up, take fingertips behind you, squeeze the shoulders back, lift up the chest. Here's your inhale. Interlace the hands, tuck the chin to the chest. It's your exhale. Twice more, hands behind you, squeeze arms back, shoulders back, chest lifts. Inhale. Interlace the hands, tuck and round, exhale. Final one. Inhale. Final one. Exhale. And release. Lovely. Come back onto your chair. Just take a little bit of a shimmy through those arms. Notice how everything feels, and then let's leave the spine alone, and let's come towards that flow and to our legs. So bring the hands together at the heart center. Nice and simple arm flow. The arms will be warmed up now. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the hands together at the heart center. Yep, draw a great big circle with the arms. Inhale, chest lift, so spine will be warm enough to lift up as well. Exhale, hands to the heart. So true yoga flow, it's linking now breath with movement. Twice more, inhaling, lift up. Exhale. Final one, inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to the heart. Well done. Let's come and move into the legs. For this one, and we haven't done this one before, so see how it feels. I'll give you another version if this one doesn't feel good. So shimmy to the end of your chair, but make sure you're holding your chair with the other hand to have a feel with picking up your right leg. Can you catch the foot with your right leg and come to be into a quad stretch? So I'm having to hold the strap firmly with my left hand, otherwise I'm going to tip. Yeah. So you can lean back into the chair to catch the foot. Once you've caught the foot, you're angling the knee towards the floor and sitting as straight as you can. If this is just really difficult for you to do on a chair, yeah, it's not the easiest to do on a chair, then a simpler version would be for a moment to come to stand up, to hold the chair and take it standing instead. Yeah, two options. Neither is better than the other. You know, it's the same move. So find something that works for you. There's a little bit of a push of foot into hand that will give you a greater stretch down the front of your thigh. That's where you should be feeling this. Deep breath in, keep the chest lifted. That shoulder rolls back. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhale. Again, inhaling, so staying here for a couple of breaths, just because the thigh muscle is so big, we want to give it this opportunity to really sit and be in the stretch. And then just gently release that and come to try the other side. So onto the edge of the chair, you can lean into the chair to reach and catch the foot, and then you push the knee back. And so if you have knee issues, I would say to take the version standing up. Yeah. And if that still aggravates your knee, if this one still doesn't feel nice for your knee, then just completely skip this exercise out and come to join us in the next exercise. But keep pulling that belly button back to spine. Again, you need a little bit of core support here to try and keep you stable in this big stretch. Take 2 more deep rounds of breath. Again, try to conjure that image of inhaling, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. Yeah, belly button goes back to spine is what I mean by that. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, let it go. And then once again, gently release. Good. So we've stretched the front of the leg. Let's stretch the back of the leg. Wiggle to the front of your chair and extend your right leg out. Keep your left leg bent. And just slide the body forwards. So some of you just might get to below the knee. Some of you might be able to go a little further and intensify the stretch. And if you have a very open hamstring, you might even touch the floor, but that could feel too big. You want to be in a place that feels nice, not to the degree where you feel like you can't breathe very well, you know, because you're reaching for the floor. Keep it at a place of being accessible. So come back to that full breath. And as you sit in this hamstring stretch, maybe you feel the back of the legs start to open, in which case, you know, you can sneak further forwards if you wish. And keep the face soft, keep the back of the neck soft. And then keep this leg extended, but come back up and rest your forearm onto your thigh. Yeah. And then open the right arm to the sky into a twist. If you're unable to extend the arm because you're tighter in the spine and the shoulder, then instead keep the right hand to the waist and just roll that top shoulder back. You're still in a spinal twist. And I like to have my hand just bracing into my thigh a little bit. Yeah, so I've got right leg extended, left forearm to left thigh, and I'm rolling my right shoulder back. Nice and long through the neck. If this hurts the neck, then I would look down. Sometimes it feels a bit too much in the neck. So you've got the hamstring stretch and you've got the spine twist, the rotation through the spine. To come back to center and just feel that the other way. So now bring the right hand just below the knee or to the thigh, doesn't matter which, and then twist the other way, left shoulder on top. Should feel a little easier on this side. Deep breath in and out. Keep lengthening the arm, keep lengthening the tailbone back and the crown of the head forwards. And then release, come back to center, and let's do all of that sequence to the other side. So bend the right leg, extend the left leg, hinge at the hips, and lengthen forwards. And notice in this position, if I show you my spine is long. Yeah, I'm not rounding the spine. I'm trying to lift my front chest. And so, again, how does this leg feel? Does it feel tighter than the other one? Do you feel more free and more stretchy on this leg? So just taking the forward fold first, purely making this, for now, just about the back of the left leg. And then let's bring in the twists. So we start with right forearm to right thigh, left hand to the waist, turn to the left. So it's the slightly trickier side. It's the what we call the closed side. And then open up. Maybe open up, yeah, or just keep that hand to the shoulder or waist. So rotating through the spine. Take one more inhale and exhale. And then we feel it to the other side. We come back. The left hand moves down the leg, right hand, and we spin into the side that feels a little freer. Take another inhale and exhale. Well done, guys. Come back to center and lift up. Awesome. One final one for the chair, and then I'll get you to come up for a little bit. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of a sequence standing, a bit more in the chair today. Let's take ankle to knee pose. This is a big one for the hips, so I'm going to give you modifications. And we haven't done this one, I don't think, for a while. So pick up the right ankle and place it onto the left thigh. And already this feels big. You know, this is a big opener into the outer hip. And some people might also feel it around the knee. So if it doesn't feel nice on the knee, I'll give you a modification in a moment. Yeah. So if you are able to pick the foot up like this, then, you know, just rest and lean forwards a smidgen and just breathe into the stretch. Yeah, it's a huge stretch. It's a great big hip opener. It's really good for you, but it is tight. So if, you know, if you're finding it really difficult to even pick the foot up here, you know, or if you get here and the knees more pointed to the ceiling than it is able to drop open, then you're gentle. And also if you're having knee pain, yeah, all of those reasons, your modification instead would just be to cross the right thigh over the left and fold forwards. And it's a less intense hip stretch. So you could just be here and keep it very, very simple. Otherwise, if you're coming with me, up you come, hold the foot so that it stays there, and you could also support the knee with your hand. If it feels big enough for you just even being upright, then fine. If you feel like you have open hips and can go further, that's when I would say hinge forwards, and suddenly you feel that stretch get a little bit more intense. So wherever you are, let's come back to the breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So try to relax in the stretch as best as you can. Trying to encourage the body to relax into stretches rather than, you know, to fight them and go, oh my God, this is tight, and everything clenches up. We're trying to soften and breathe. Easier said than done. So just trying to relax as best as you can in this stretch. You're here for another few breaths. And as you settle into it, maybe you feel that the body starts to open, and maybe you do come a little further forwards as the body starts to surrender to the stretch. And then gently lift up and extricate yourself from the pose. And so for a moment, just to give the knee a bit of space, and just, you know, move a little bit through that leg, just check all is well, you know, just get a little bit of circulation, rub around the front of the knee and the back of the knee. If all felt well, then let's come and try the other side. And maybe this side, maybe on the first side you had to be like this, but this is the open side, and you know, maybe you can get into this position on the other side. This is definitely my more open side, this left side. So ankle over thigh or thigh over thigh. Spine long, deep breath in, deep breath out, come to sit and experience your second side. And if this feels painful, having the ankle pressed against your thigh, you could put a cushion or a blanket here just so it feels a little bit softer, just so you don't feel that that bone of the ankle is grinding into the soft flesh of your thigh. Keep softening around the hips, keep softening around the face and the shoulders. And take a few more breaths. to lift up. Again, unwind, stretch out the knee, maybe stretch out both knees. And then before we come to stand, just come to sit back onto your chair. Close down the eyes and just settle. Notice how you feel. So you're pretty far into your class. So just take a moment to notice how the body feels post the stretches that we've done. Coming back to this feeling of belly expands and belly contracts. Take a deep breath in, sigh out of the mouth, and then come to stand. If you prefer to stay in the chair, that's okay. Otherwise, let's do a little bit standing up. Let's move the chair out of the way. And so bring your feet hip distance apart, hook your thumbs, and just lift the arms up. If I show you from the side, take a great big lift up. Maybe the arms go beyond the ears, and you lift up that chest a little bit. Yeah, and just side bend to the left, side bend to the right. So should feel nice just to get into the body. If you can't take the arms overhead, then just as we did in chair, you could take your side stretches just like this with arms down. You could, of course, also do this on the chair. Otherwise, with those hooked thumbs, let's take a couple more. And then release and cup your elbows or your forearms behind you. If I just show you from the back. Yeah, it's looking like this. From here, take a deep breath in, put a soft bend in your knees and fold forwards. Maybe you come halfway and keep the head lifted. For those of you a little bit more advanced in your practice or more open in the body, you're welcome to release into your forward fold and let the weight of the head go. If you have high blood pressure, then please keep the head lifted. Otherwise, you're in this forward fold, you're stretching the back of the legs. And by having the arms behind you, you're stretching into the shoulders as well. Put a soft bend in the knees, come all the way up, take your time. Release the arms and come back to hooking the thumbs. So we take an inhale to lift and take an exhale once again, hands behind you, hold the forearms and bow over your body. Doesn't matter how far you get, knees can be bent, that will feel a little bit nicer on your spine and on the back of your legs. Take a couple of breaths into your forward fold, enjoying this stretch into the back of the legs. And then lift all the way up. Let's take one more of those. Hook your thumbs, inhale, lift up the chest to the sky. Exhale, hands to forearms, shoulders plug back and release into the legs. Perhaps you notice each time that you come forwards, do the legs feel a little bit more open? Yeah, as your legs get used to the forward fold. Taking a couple of breaths here, you can bend and stretch into each leg if that feels nice. And then from here, just release the grip of your hands and let your arms flop, heavy head. Some of you may touch the floor, some of you may be much further up and be here. All is fine. Just be where you're at. Take one more inhale and exhale. Just slowly roll up. To come to stand tall. As always, when we drop the head, take a moment to check in that you don't feel dizzy. Standing very tall and grounded in your feet. Lengthen your spine, your shoulders are back, your chest is lifted. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. So coming into a similar flow to what we did on the chair. Yeah, with this movement of bending one knee, resting the forearm to the knee. Yeah, to remember this one, we did it on the chair. Let's have a go at doing it standing up. So feet hip distance apart. And I'll demo from the side and then I'll demo from the front. Here we go. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms up to the sky. Deep breath out, push your bottom back, dive forwards as if diving into water. You're back in your forward fold. Bend the left knee and bring your left forearm to the thigh. On an inhale, sweep your right arm up to the sky. And exhale, release, forward fold. Take it the other way. Come up halfway. Bend your right knee, set your right forearm to the thigh. Take an inhale, lift your left arm to the sky. Exhale, release, forward fold. Bend the knees, push through the earth with the feet. Inhale, rise up, circle the arms. Exhale, connect the hands to the heart. Good, well done. Do what you can. Yep, all of that can be done on the chair. Yep, just to demo quickly on the chair, you would be here, you would inhale, and you would exhale. Yeah, that would be your forward fold. You'd bring the right hand to the thigh and inhale, lift. To exhale, to bring the left hand to the thigh, right arm lifts. And exhale, the sweep up would be the same. We'd inhale, rise, exhale, hands to the heart. Yeah, so everyone can join in. So here's the standing version demoed from the front. Here we go. Deep breath in, lift the chest up, arms up. Deep breath out, nice soft knees, come into your forward fold, relax the head. Come halfway, bend the left thigh, forearm to the thigh. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, forward fold, we release. Bend the right thigh, forearm to the thigh. You have to lift your body halfway. Yeah, left arm lifts. Exhale, forward fold. We bend the knees, push the earth away with the feet. Rise up, spread the fingers, lift up. Exhale, bring the hands together at the heart center. You have that. One more. Deep breath in, lift. Deep breath out, dive forwards. Bend the left knee, left forearm to thigh. Inhale, right arm twists up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Bend the right knee, right forearm to thigh. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Well done. So it's a really nice sequence to do. Try and do that during the week. You get the forward fold, which is accessing the stretch through the back of the legs and the back of the spine. And then when you come into that twist, you're getting, you're trying to encourage the spine to move and you're getting a shoulder stretch as well. So it's a really nice little flow. And we may tap into that next week as well. Well done, everyone. Let's come back to the chair just to cool down and finish up. So in you come and get comfortable, find that tall spine and just notice how you feel post getting up and moving a little bit more. And let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then come and relax. Yeah, sink into your chair, push your hips forward, flop out the legs, rest your head on something, and just come to rest for a couple of breaths. Eyes can close. Just let it go. And so now that you've worked the muscles, you're just allowing your body to completely let go. And it's through the letting go that you notice how much freer and more stretched you feel. and how good you feel after doing a workout. And take another few breaths, just resting. To then take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Softly open the eyes. Stretch the arms above the head. Maybe point the feet. And then come to sit nice and tall. Rest your hands onto your thighs. Close your eyes. Take an inhale. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down at the heart center. Bowing the head in a gesture of gratitude to yourself for coming and practicing with me today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying the sessions. Please feel free to comment if you are watching them and are enjoying the sessions, because we definitely have a few more to come. So thank you so much. Once again, this is Homes for Lambeth's YouTube channel. I'm Claire. Thank you for being here, and I very much look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely day.